And hello, and welcome back to Fate Hollow Ataraxia. Last time, we got to the end of Act 2 of the Love Detective stuff, and I generally just felt like I wanted to move on with the main story. So I like a lot of the shit in terms of the side content and whatnot, but there's also just so much of it, and I sort of figured this was going to happen. I sort of wonder if I'd be better off in terms of the side content, almost like taking a break from the game and coming back to it later, because it just sort of feels like I'm maybe getting to a point of feeling like I have my fill, and just at least a little bit like I'm starting to force myself to go through some of it. There's still some stuff I'd want to do before doing that, but in general, I'm thinking about that, if that would be like a good way to go about it. Like, I'm not sure how much is left, but it feels like there's just so much left, basically. Okay, there it is. I was thinking, like, I thought there was, like, one more thing, like, during the day that seemed like it was, like, a part of, the main story stuff. And it's like, okay, here it is. It's like, where was it again? But it's on afternoon of the fourth day, and hey, Emiya! Are you just completely, like, getting your mind rocked by the idea that we're intentionally progressing the main story? See, I don't even know how far we are through the main story. It almost feels like we might be we're either coming to some climax, which I would expect if this is very light on the story and it's going to make the conclusion fairly simple, or we're coming to a turning point that's going to reframe the story entirely. That's what it feels like we're going. And just to follow up on what I was just saying about potentially taking a break from it, I don't know exactly how I'd want to go about that, but I don't know. It's one of those things where it's not like I'm not enjoying it. It's just like, again, it feels like I'm getting to a point where, like, I feel like I've had my fill, and it's the sort of thing that I'd probably want to, I'd like to continue, but maybe when I more feel like in the mood for it, because it's been 20-something episodes of it. That's a lot of that sort of stuff. This is... I'm not sure what I expect in terms of length and content amount, but man, there's a lot of it. Like toxic fumes leaking from a poison jar that should have been tightly sealed. I almost wonder if I just, like, if I could do something like I push forward with finishing the main story, do a handful of the other stuff on the side, and then just come back to it like a few months down the line when I feel like I probably would be in the mood for more, just a lot more of that sort of stuff, and then do more of that. I'm just thinking out loud at this point while Emiya is breathing in toxic fumes. Emiya's just like, Echo, please get out of this scene. I'm dying. There's no mistaking it. That energy that's rising up from the bottom of the mountain behind the trees. The whole area underground? With, like, I'm trying to remember what exactly was located down there. Like, I remember all the stuff with Sakura and whatnot, but what exactly was that? Because I thought, was it literally the Holy Grail, the Great Grail that should have been destroyed? Could it be reawakening? Great Grail. Oh, right, there was a whole thing involving the Grail in, like, different forms, and I don't remember the details on that well enough to speak shit about that. Oh my goodness. Now that someone restarted the Holy Grail War, it's only natural that they would have kept an eye on the cave. And that someone is capable of restoring what we thought was safely destroyed. You're not going to get any help. You're just going to run right in. See, I'm totally helping the tone of the scene by, talking about completely different stuff. I run through the underground cavern. This is an emergency. There's no time to go back to the Emmy residence. If only we lived in an age of cell phones. Actually, we totally do, don't we? And Emmy just doesn't have one. I will call for Saber only after I confirm the presence of this someone. If worse comes to worse, I'll use this last remaining command spell to summon her. But
ここは竜同士。霊樹でもセイバーを強制召喚できるかどうか。
Oh, okay, neat. That's a fun thought. So he still does have the command spell at the very least. So that whole thing with Archer, we are saying doesn't happen every time in any, like, it doesn't necessarily happen every time. It just needs to happen the once in one potential timeline. Okay. I know it sort of kind of said that, but it wasn't like, it was also that like sort of like vague, like, well, do you really mean that, or are you being fancy? Are you being fanciful in implying something else? There's no time for hesitation. I have to stop the one that broke the infernal seal before the Great Grail comes back to life. Did we seal it? Or did we destroy it? I can see light coming out of the Great Grail. However, it's still weak. No more than a damn fireplace, but with one match thrown in. In that case, I should still be able to stop it. Oh, how would you stop it? I climb up the cliff, not stopping even once. A bottomless pit created in the depths of the earth. The fountain of wishes that give rise to calamity. And before this abominable wreckage.
どうにも気になってきてみれば。なんだこのやっつけぶりは。
Oh, hey, bud. I didn't expect to see you.
所詮は凡族どもの作り上げた黄金鏡。我が目にかなうものではなかったか。
Wahahaha, awesome, looking great. The guy just laughs all by himself. Why is this now? Why is this now just a fucking, like, lighthearted scene? It's okay. I don't know what he's up to, but it's not the kind of hazard that could pose a problem if left alone. Why?
ほう、誰かと思えばセイバーの召使いか。
Oh, is that how you see me? Why aren't you a child?
気が利くではないか雑種。俺が血とガイドを必要とした途端、間抜け面で現れるとはな。
You're talking. And so I found out. I found out that I'm dumb? I think we knew that since like episode, what, like 10 or something of the original Fate Stay Night game? Having run all the way here, I've got no strength left to run back. By the way, I'd like him to stop putting the weird accent on the personal part.
いや、そんなことより。
I don't get that in the slightest. An accent?
ギルガメッシュ、お前その姿。
The golden pervert, I mean servant in front of me, is sporting an outfit the likes of which I've never seen before.
ああ、幼年体ではないぞ。少しばかり意向を曲げて、今だけ俺に戻ったのだ。
Why?
何？貴様らも主役不在では寂しかろうと思ってな。王として心ばかりのサービスというやつだ。
Oh, I missed you. I end that sentence with a question mark. Ha ha ha, comes the fresh yet overbearing laughter of the King of Heroes. I see. So he got turned back rather unfortunately so. Only now do I realize what I've lost. That blonde kid was a real good guy. Especially compared to this teenage punk. Wait, is he a teenager now? I mean, he looks as old as any of the, like he would have in the, I don't know. Whatever.
そうなんだ。まあ、それはともかく。なんなんだ、その服。
He looks himself over as if looking for a stubborn piece of lint.
なんだ、おかしなところはみじんもないぞ。
Well, about that. Certainly, there isn't anything wrong with the clothing. It is certainly made of fabric. That's because the entire thing is wrong. As far as Western clothes go, that's no small issue here. Well, I mean, it feels like anime clothing. Let's say that.
じゃあ聞くけど、それ新しいお気に入り？
目ざといではないか雑種。いや、目したところでこのオーラだけは抑えきれぬということか。
Speaking of aura, the guy's all sparkling.
いかにも この姿こそ俺の正式な装束。選ばれた者にしか許されない数少ない一品物だ。本編ではさすがに恥ずかしいのでボツという呪いによってお蔵入りになったが、断じて恥ずべきものではない。まあ一品物ゆえ一つしかポーズが取れぬのが難点だが。
What? This is your official outfit? Is this like the developers for this being just like, well, this is what we originally planned, then we were like, yeah, this, no. And then they came to this and they're like, what if we use that again? And they're like, oh, no. And then they're like, we could do it as a joke. And they're like, oh, okay, sure then. Ha, the King of Heroes laughs anxiously yet boldly. He goes without saying that his definition of unique is rather skewed. I don't think unique is the wrong way to describe it, even in my definition.
で、本当のところ、こんなところで何してるんだよ。
I guess the implications are what is different.
見聞録というやつだ。俺はこの世のすべてを手中にした男。その俺に知らぬ土地などあっては世が迷う。
Yeah, have you been outside of the city area in the past 6 months? How's that land you checked out in the sub-Saharan Africa area then? You spend a lot of time around there?
よって足を運んだ。このような地の底など趣味ではないが、これも王の務めゆえな。
Having said that, the King of Heroes seems to be in great delight. High places, gigantic structures, and things like that must be fundamentally appealing to him.
そっか、あんたここには縁がなかったもんな。
Despite being a boss character and all.
星の巡りが悪かったのだろうよ。俺に落ち度はない。慢心せずして何が王か。倹約質素などという言葉は民どもの楽しみなのだ。そのあたりセイバーは分かっておらぬ。我が軍門に下った暁には黄金の湯船にでも浸からせてやろう。ところで雑種、貴様珍しいものを持っているな。
え？
Something uncommon?
いや、見ての通り手ぶらだけど。
忘れているだけの話だ。それが貴様のものであることに変わりはない。
は？
ふむ、あまり価値はなさそうだが、よい、献上を許すぞ。なんであれ、俺の宝物庫にはないものだ。
Huh? What? I forgot something? What, like the last time I was here? Oh, is that the freaking tarot card that we found? I just got the feeling that something important has been stashed away.
ちょっと待て、何しやがった。
所有権を俺に移した。どうやら何かの遊戯のようだな。待つがよい。少しばかり分かりやすくしてやる。
Okay, so I thought when we found this we were like, well, maybe that one. I thought we were like implying that Tosaka could explain it to us, but is it going to be him that gives us the lowdown on what the fuck's happening with that weird like cloth card?
出典のわからぬ鑑定は久しぶりだ。俺にも楽しませろ。
Closing his eyes, Gilgamesh looks to be in deep thought. And then, after a few minutes, I see. He laughs with satisfaction, reaches behind his back, and pulls a card out of nowhere.
こんなところか。意味を持ってしまえばつまらぬものだったな。だが褒美だ。持っていくがいい。
なんか怪しいカプセルだけど、くれるのか。
Wait, I thought we found like a... Not one... Okay.
褒美だと言ったろう。俺はオリジナルさえあればよい。
What?
その後に派生し流転していった完成品は属性に伝わるべきものだからな。
Wait, are you saying that we found the original version of like a traditional Japanese card on the ground, and you took that and you gave us some like a recent version? I'm not even sure anymore. A remark worthy of conceited monarch. Having expanded his collection, the King of Heroes from ancient Earth.
どれ観光を再開するか。下はどうなっているのだ。
Nothing that should concern you anymore. I almost let a rash remark slip out.
おい、そっち危ないぞ。中には降りるな。
ははは、何を言う。ただのクレーターではないか。何やらところどころに泥がこびりついているが、まあよし。止めるな止めるな。中止。
Unconcerned with danger, the proud king presses on. But little does he know. That is the former stronghold of the thing that he carelessly let himself get swallowed by in the past.
待て。なんだこの足元に絡みつく泥は。嫌だぞ。とにかく嫌な予感がするぞ。
Yeah, a little late for that if you're already being, you know.
おい雑種、鎖だ。鎖を持て。
There's no premonition. That's more of a reenactment. Despite starting over as a child, the same thing happens. Together with his great powers, the King of Heroes, it seems he is also given the fate of being raised with the carelessness skill maxed out.
バカな。天の鎖をもってしても脱出できるのか。断崖絶壁や墜落事故ではあるまいし、何よこれしき。俺はともかく俺の財力を侮るなよ。さあ友よ、ファイトだ。頑張って俺を助けろ。
Wait, am I supposed to be your partner here? Although the chain of heaven is swinging around inside the Great Grail, one way or another, the King of Heroes' feet remains bound. By the way, the partner he's referring to isn't me, it's the chain. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought highly of myself to think of me as more of a partner than an inanimate object. Oh, well.
じゃあ俺はこの辺で。生きてたらまた会おう。
貴様、この状況を見て何とも思わぬのか。凡白の市民としてそれはどうか。
じゃあ助けを呼んでこよう。俺の場合セイバーになるけど、それでいい？
はっはっは。いらぬ。助けなど全くいらぬ。こんなものはあれだ。ジャングルジムのようなものだ。俺にとっては日常茶飯事。助けを呼ぶまでもない。よいな。くれぐれもセイバーになど伝えるな。
Are you embarrassed? Ha, laughs the King of Heroes boldly yet again. You don't want Saber to learn about you fucking up? All the while black mud below him, and the chain of heaven entangled around his limbs. So is there just a little bit left of the Grail? Like, it's destroyed, but it's not like 100% destroyed, that sort of thing. Looking smooth there, Joker. Other than displaying the ultimate in a false courage, he's sure looking cool.
そっか。そんじゃあそういうことで。カプセルありがたく頂戴しました。
ああ、一つ教えてやると、それは対のものだ。この世のどこかにもう一つのカプセルを持つ者がいる。そのものと出会った時、宝は進化を表すだろう。心するのだな雑種。そのものも地の果てで貴様を待っている。そのカプセルを手に入れた時点で貴様らの対決は避けられぬ宿命となったのだ。
Huh. This final cool warning given to my back, I leave the Great Cave. Alright then. The way it looks, he should be able to hold out for a year, let alone a day. When I get a chance, I'll just let Lancer know that there's a kid in need of a rescue. Somewhere in this world, a destined rival awaits you. Oh my goodness, is this the Shinji thing? Is this the Shinji thing? It's totally the Shinji thing. Oh my goodness, it is. It is. Nobody's there at the corner of the pier. I'm pretty sure this was Shinji's spot. And so the world ended.
あれ
And so the world ended. What's up with that? Is this like literally going to be like a Hana whatever that thing? I've never even thought about playing that game in the past. I'm vaguely aware of its existence, and that's about the extent of what I can say about that. The weather was so nice just now, yet the sky is suddenly covered in dark clouds.
なんか台風でも来そうな雰囲気だな。一雨来る前に戻らないと。
No. I can't turn back now. If there really is a storm coming, I should warn him.
おーい、シンジいるか
I think he could probably tell, couldn't he? If we could at this.
一雨来るぞ風も強そうだぞ波にさらわれて海藻の仲間入りする前に帰らないか
And so the wind has gotten beyond just strong. No matter how you look at it, this is not natural. The moment I'm at the harbor, a big storm comes, pretty much like a cataclysm.
なんだカプセルが光り出して
The time has come. Let us begin the battle of the king who challenged the stars. You are something strongest of heroes. Oh my god, I'm not reading that. That is not like well read. You guys can read it. I'm not reading that out loud. That's going too fast and that is hard to read. To fight, go to 14. To go back, proceed to 14. What? Something is speaking directly to inside my head. My mind. The language too ancient. I can't make out any of it. English?
なんてことだこのカプセルは未来世界で大流行なもしもしゲーで基本無料だけど最終的には重課金を要求しかしその見返りにランキング1位になったプレイヤーは世界を思い通りにできるだと
Good to know. Well, I caught the gist of it anyways. Thanks for reading it for me. They just wrote down random sounds for him to make. Like I bet on the script it's literally just make random sounds.
その通りだ選ばれた日本チャンピオンよあと待っていたお前を待っていたぞ我が運命のデュエリストよ
You know, I have been watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged videos lately.
貴様何者
Faded to screw the rules. I can't even open my eyes in this storm. Having suddenly appeared out of some far corner of the harbor, the mysterious character let out hysterical laughter not unlike that of a crazed drug addict. Remember when I said I was going to advance the main story today? It technically says it's main story too, that's the funny part. Is it?
何者かだって何者かだって何者かだってわからないか操作わからないよねゴージャスな僕すごいぞ気持ち悪いぞ見て見てエミヤあぶく銭で溺れる引きこもごもとか人間の負の想念とかそういうのが溢れてもう大変さ
What? What did they... Wow, okay. Interesting. A flash of lightning among the fierce winds and raging blue waves. And now the high-pitched cry of the seagulls. You could say this spectacle is the end of the world in more ways than one. By no means a minor development. Totally out of the blue. Is this the Armageddon that will shake the stars themselves?
まさかお前は的を信じバカなお前は確かに死んだはずだ
Oh, that's so true.
死んでないのねいえキャラ的にはほとんど死んでいましたがだからこそ地獄から蘇ったのだゴッドプレイヤーエミヤよ虐げられた者どもの怒りが僕を蘇らせたのだ見てほしいのねこのたぎるマイパワー
That's a world of magical energy that reminds me of Saber. Just what kind of power up did he?
Hehehehe 気持ちはわかるけどそう驚かないでほしいねそう今までの僕は僕じゃない
We're gonna get a cold standing out here.
言うならばこれまでの僕が種なしのスイカだとしたら今からの僕は 種なしのメロン。
What? Well, I can definitely say you're seedless. Or at the very least, we hope you're seedless.
いや、羽化を待つ芋虫だとしたら脱皮した後のさなぎなのさ。
All empty inside, in other words. And I wish he'd listened to my retorts.
まあいいや。ともかく俺たちはカプサバで頂点に立った戦士なんだな。なんか宿命のライバルなんだな。俺はみんなのために、お前は世界を滅ぼすために戦うんだな。
ナイスリアクション。話がわかるじゃんかエミヤ。さてはこういうノリ好きだろお前。
おう、結構やけだけど勝ったり負けたり泣いたり見え張ったり10周打ち切りとか大好きだ。
Is this a reference to something specific?
そんなわけで行くぞシンジ。
That's like really specific.
お前だけは絶対に許さない。
くー、吠えるじゃんか主人公。だが今日は僕の方が強い。覚醒したライバルの力を思い知るがいい。行くぞエミヤ。この金に明かせて集めたカプサバたちで俺のターンエンドだぜ。
I'm touching nothing. I have no idea how this game is played. It involves something involving pictures, that seems to be the case, and the game's playing itself. So I'm fairly okay with that. He's also winning by a significant margin, it seems. Faster pace! Da, 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 da. It's got a good beat to it. I might be winning. I don't know. Am I actually winning? Did I win? It. I'm so confused. Did I win? It seemed like I won based on the animation, but. The storm is over. The whirlwind of some unknown enthusiasm is gone too. And the two of us have calmed down to the point it's kind of uncomfortable.
じゃあ、いつもの場所に戻りますね。
Yeah, I nod in response. There are times when a man must not be talked to.
じゃあ、これあげます。気が向いたら、スペシャルから遊んでくださいね。
He cheerfully relocates to the other end of the pier. He covered himself with a cardboard box.
俺も家に帰るか。
Purging the last 30 minutes from my memory, I leave the harbor behind. Oh, 30 minutes? Yeah, I have recorded for right about 30 minutes overall. Destruction of the Earth by Shinji. Oh, thus narrowly averted his greatest performance in the tale. The hero that battled against him will be forgotten, having never been told even once. The end. Maybe that's for the best. Hanafuda Travel Journal is now okay. If that's an actual game to play, I have no fucking clue how to play it. And I'm pretty good with just, leaving it be then. Imagine spending 2 entire cycles of this time loop on talking the only thing I did was I went and talked to Gilgamesh, and then I went in the next cycle, talked to Shinji. Journal. Tutorial.
チュートリアルのお時間です。どうかしばらくお付き合いください。講義はもちろん、花札、リーゼリットもよく。花札は 1月から12月の各月にちなむ草花が描かれた
Okay,
そ
bored
れぞ
already.
れ4枚
Bored.
ずつ
No.
計48枚の札から成り立つカルタの
There's
一
no
種
X
で
at the
す。
title. No, that's okay. Return tops that. Okay, never mind. Quit. I'm already bored. Okay. Let's go back. Let's get back to it. If I remember correctly, it's the third night that I needed to do. Yeah? Or not? Okay, second day it was. Okay. A key to the start. Thought we had a camp. Yeah, we're gonna...
そうだった。明日から合宿じゃないか。
Yeah, we're gonna actually do shit. Camp tomorrow. I jump out of my bed. It was pretty spontaneous. But seeing as I was there during all the planning, it's not like I have any choice but to participate.
急いで準備しないと。まずは2日分の着替えと。
I hurriedly began organizing luggage. Night passes by quickly. At sunrise, the long-awaited day will begin. Yay! It does feel long-awaited. The mountain path that connects to Rito Temple. The colored leaves have already been carefully collected, a sign in the last bit of the morning passing by. It's the first day of the training camp. Once I climb to the top in the piece of everyday life, Once I climb to the top in the piece of everyday life, a small festivity will start. There's still some time left before we meet up, although I did plan to get there early and help with things.
いえ、寂しいということはありません。留守と言ってもたった2晩でしょう。どうぞ安心して任せてください。
いや、そうじゃなくてだな。純粋にセイバーにも来てほしいんだってば。
それこそ辛抱すべきです。四郎には語学友が大勢いるのですから。私が手伝えることもないでしょうし。
それで迷惑になるって思ってるのか？
迷惑というのは言葉が強いのですが、合宿中は語学友の世話でかかりきりでしょう。そんな場所で部外者となる私にまで気を使っていただくのは心外です。
She does have a point. Based on what we saw before, the people that came along... Well, actually... This is like the test one. It actually wouldn't be a problem for you to come along. It's not like it's the big group of archery club members. It's just straight up mainly my friends plus, you know, the love detective group over there.
そんなことないぞ。みんなセイバーを部外者だなんて思ったりしないよ。大体だな。今回のメンツは語学友なんて仰々しい奴らじゃなくて。
To be frank, they're enemies. They are foes, but if I say that carelessly, someone like Makidera will end up being cut in half in the blink of an eye.
いや、ともかく気を使わないでいい仲間なんだ。突然のことだし、人手も足りてない。マキデラたちにしたって知り合いに声をかけてみるって言ってたし。
そうは言いますが。
But you weren't in the prologue originally, so it would be weird for you to come along.
皆さんが練習をされているときは、私はどうしたらよいのですか？
それは。
Same thing that Tosaka is doing, because we know she's not going to be doing that. Well, Tosaka, she didn't tell her about it, did she? Why did we get involved in such stupid events? Also, the subtitle for this game. It isn't just a training camp this time. It's a combined camp between the archery and track club, the archery and track and field clubs. My goodness, the double and screws my mind. Moreover,
実はセイバーにも舞台に出てほしい。これはトンサカの提案なんだが。
huh?
は？演劇に？私がですか？
What are you talking about? What stage? Why is there a stage related to this? Are we gonna have like a karaoke or something? Right, this event is practice for the performance we need to prepare for the cultural festival. It's no wonder Saber's so surprised. Devil knows how I got into this mess.
本気なのですか、シロ。
I don't know. I'm not even sure what's happening anymore.
無理強いする気はないんだが、でもさ、出演してくれたら嬉しい。弓道部ゆかりの人間としてはなおさら。
面白がっていますね、シロ。
すまん。何か期待してないとは申しません。
正直でよろしい。では、いってらっしゃい。
おい！
食事に関してはご心配なく、寿司、ピザ、天丼、何でもござれです。
それはあまりに暴食すぎるぞ、セイバー。
Huh. Her tone leaves no room for argument. And so, without even the slightest reprieve, she threw me out. I don't want to come back from this day and find stacks of takeout containers and bowls towering in the entranceway. Well, I suppose there is Fujine. I'm sure she'll come check up on her in the evening. Yeah, I'm still slightly confused as to what exactly he was asking her to do. The stage. I'm not worried about the house getting robbed or anything, but I do have a bad feeling about this. Is that really what you were doing? Is it like... The only thing I can think of is that he was making bad excuses for her to come along, and it basically turned into Emiya being like, okay, I just don't want to leave you, like, unattended, because I'm afraid of what might happen, and I won't say I'm not expecting anything is the only thing. Okay, whatever. Fine.
おはようございます。
I meet Kuzuki-sensei on the way to the large room.
おはよう。
まあ、いらっしゃい、エミヤくん。
Caster also greets me with a smile, peering around his shoulder. But if you look closely, there's no kindness in her eyes. She's giving me exactly the same look one would give a trespasser or a cockroach. From her perspective, I'm just a fiend who's ruining her long-awaited weekend alone with Kuzuki-sensei.
急げ。すでに何人か大部屋に来ていたようだ。
はい。今日と明日ご迷惑をおかけします。
Oh god, she does legitimately look like she wants to kill me. Did she ever even have that just like look filled with such malice in the original game? I don't think so. Well, I remember.
お出かけになられるのですか、総一。
いや、特に用事はない。霊館から碁に誘われているくらいだが。
そうなのですか。
何かあるのか。
そろそろ冬物を調達したいのですけど、ほとんどが私の買い物で。
持ち手がいた方が良いだろう。霊館には遅くなると伝えてこよ
う。はい、すぐ用意してまいります。
She is just heads over heels. As Kuzuki-sensei nods, Caster returns hurriedly to her room.
ではな。宿泊するのならまた顔を合わせるだろう。
We exchange a light farewell. No matter where he is, at school or at home, he emits a constant aura of alertness. And Caster's newlywed play still creeps me out. There is such things as
おはよう。悪い、遅くなって。
a bit of a honeymoon phase, I imagine.
お、エミヤ、おはよう。
遅いぞ、エミヤ。
Thanks, Issei.
おはようございます、先輩。
で、なんだ、その。
Mrs. Uri is rolling on the floor in the middle of the room.
早速楽しそうだな、三つ釣り。
そりゃ楽しいさ。金持ってる寺は違うね。見てよこの畳、みんなおろしたてよ。そりゃゴロゴロしたくなるでしょ、日本人なら。
As a not Japanese person, I have no understanding of tatami to say that that would make any sense in my mind. It looks like a relatively hard floor to me.
いいよな、竜道は昨日済ませたんだろうな。
するか。俺は動物園のパンダではない。
Sure, but you're as cute as one.
あ、そう。じゃあいいよ。私たちだけで堪能するから。ほら、マトウも一緒にゴロゴロしよう。解説気持ちいいよ。
私は遠慮しますね。三辻先輩、ここお寺ですよ。
むせ返る草の匂い。
You do sort of make me want to try it, though.
この宴会場は我々弓道部が占拠した。
Plop, thud, it's only morning, and Mitsuzuri is in perfect form already.
三辻、マトウ君の言う通りだ。ここは宴会場でも大広間でもない。正しくは講堂という。
It does not look like a lecture hall, I'll give you that. How would you go about... whatever.
講は八家八講の講。すなわち、仏徳を学び尊ぶ場所であり、ひいては学び屋となる。
It does not seem like a good place to hold gatherings of people and lecture to them. Let's say that, and just based on the layout.
合宿とはいえ、厳粛な気持ちをだな。
ほらほら、開脚後転。
What? Sakura seems troubled, but is at the same time impressed by how flexible Mitsuzuri is, especially while wearing jeans.
エミヤ、あの暴れ大熊猫を何とかしてくれ。
Oh.
いいじゃんか、楽しそうで。俺たちもよくやったろ。
Are you saying she's as cute as a panda?
いつの時代の話をしておるのだ。
障子破ったのは一世だったのに、俺まで怒られたんだっけ。
な。
皆さん、おはようございます。世話になる。
うわ、広っ。
That's what she said. Okay, I'm just gonna like assume in the back of my mind this is like mid-love detective bullshit.
これがあの伝説の千畳敷か。
マキちゃん？
おりゃ飛び込み前転。
She might actually damage something. Zadadadadada, Makida swims in the sea at Tommy. A front row twist followed by a splendid backflip.
マキちゃん、ダメだよ。露天風呂では必ず泳ぎ始めるタイプだ。是非もない。
Issei pokes my shoulder.
エミヤよ、耐えられるか。これが2日かった。俺はとても不安だ。
そうだな、笑い事じゃなかった。きっとまたなんでか俺まで怒られるんだぜ。
And both of us have plenty of cause for worry. Makida belly flops in the middle of the room, flips over, and looks up triumphantly.
見たか、ロブ・バンダムの前十字靭帯断裂に捧げるムーンサルト。
Her arms crossed. Mitsuzuri looks on coldly. Just when did she?
三辻。このくらいではしゃぐやつって。
Oh my goodness.
見下された。
Well, isn't that basically the norm?
よりにもよってこの女に見下された。
Indubitably. I want to speak out. I want to reveal the fact that only moments ago this haughty person standing over there was doing the very same.
いやー、仕方ないか。抑圧された幼児期を送るとこうなるって言うし。無礼千番なり。私は昔からずっとこうだ。
Yeah, I hear you have a bit of a contrast to how you act like at home too, so.
牧の字、フォローできないからもうやめろ。
はい。
勝つ。戯れはそこまで。これで全員揃ったのか。だったら兄を呼んでくるぞ。最初に一応話がある。
いや、遠坂がまだ。
We didn't tell him, did we?
遠坂ならば問題なし。しばし待たれよ。
He opens the door. Tosaka's like captured, like with like her hands tied behind her back and like gagged or some shit. Issei disappears from the hall. I'm the only guy left. Issei, it seems you're losing your cool. I suppose that's understandable, seeing as this place is crawling with females. What worries me more is that this male to female ratio does not even bother me anymore.
先輩、
さくら、遠坂から何か聞いてるかな。あいつ言い出しっぺのくせに遅刻か。
それが昨日は徹夜してたみたいだから。
はあ。
徹夜って資料を探して書庫をひっくり返すからとかなんとか、ずいぶん早くに幽霊屋敷に戻ってたろ。
そうなんですけど。
そう、私も眠いのよ実は。
Mrs. Erk seems to force out a yawn.
みんな寝てないのか。
うちも来た来た。アナコンダ級の女がいファックス。
What? Fax? When did she buy something like that? Wait, a fax? Did someone fax out something to people? Truly a gigantic waste. Like pearls before swine or sailor uniform on Fujine.
私のところにも夜遅くに届きました。遠坂さんの手書き台本。ざっと目を通しておいてくださいって。
Script? What? Are we actually putting on a performance? I thought that was like what?
台本って、あいつ出来合いで良さそうな劇台本探してみるって言ってたはずだろ。いつ
エミヤくんの家にはブブブブって来なかったの？
ブブブブ？あ、いや、うちはファックスないから。
じゃあよく眠れたね。
Although Sayusa says it with a smile, her eyes are bloodshot. That means every single person that got the fax is just like fucking terrified over it to the point they can't sleep. No, they're not quite up to Caster's level of cynicism, but while I can guarantee the total lack of evil design behind those eyes, they're scary enough in their own right.
でも1ページ目から送ってくれてたら届いた端から順に読めたんだけどな。
Tosaka!
あれ最後のページから届いてたんだ。
Did you not read it?
道理で難解な話だと思った。
なんかどっちもどっちだな。
うちにも届いたぞ。まあこちらは延々とひたすらに白い紙だったが。
That would make a fantastic play.
お次は裏表逆で送信ね。遠坂らしい。
深夜の冬木に白きアナコンダを見た。
もう一度送り返してもらったが、届き終わった頃には空が白んでいたな。
So is this just like she wrote like 100 pages or something and everyone was just like kept up by the fact that their fax machine was just like oh my god, dude, you stop sending these. I can see Tosaka in front of a brand new fax machine, first timidly pushing the buttons, then yelling at the poor thing as her temper builds up.
電子メールでも構わないと告げたのだが。
その場合の推定所要時間はおよそ3倍かね。
遠坂をバカにすんな。5倍は硬い。
Oh, and I guess there's that aspect too. Her trying to figure it out means that I probably didn't like come through relatively quickly. It was probably like a couple minutes later. Oh my god, I was just about to get to sleep. God damn it!
まず不可能だと思います。カネちゃんがラストだったんだ。でもそれで眠れたの？
ほぼ貫徹だ。今にも倒れそうだぞ。
Why don't we all just take a nap?
顔つきいつもと全く同じじゃん。
Mrs. Ori pouts while on the phone.
家の方は出ない。寝てんのかな。
にゃーにー。
She totally might. She did an all-nighter sending stuff and then just fell asleep.
念のため迎えに参りましょうか。
Oh, Ryder, you're here.
うわーんとうわ
Awesome. Mrs. Zuri just did a backdash, her feet never leaving the ground.
すみません、三つり先輩。なかなか紹介のタイミングがつかめなくて。
来てたのかライダー。
いつからライダーさん。
Her eyebrow twitching, she's readying herself like Ultraman before some extraterrestrial monster.
ずっとさくらと一緒におりましたが、お気づきにならなかったようですね。
嘘です。どこに隠れてました？
惚れ惚れするような開脚行展でした。
かぶりつき。
She must have been in her spirit form.
ライダーさん、どちら様？
すみません、牧寺先輩。後で改めて紹介いたします。ライダー、ひとまず遠坂先輩をお願い。承知しました。
Ryder suddenly turns towards me as if to seek my approval.
頼むライダー。遠坂がいないと話が始まらない。
それはもちろん構わないのですが。
何？
セイバーも呼ばなくてよいのですか？私も先輩と一緒に来られるのかと思ってたんですけど。
いや、そのつもりだったんだけど断られた。
じゃあ今晩はお屋敷に一人ですか？
See, I didn't think that I had no idea there'd be like an actual play that they'd be trying to do. I guess that's part of my confusion with Saber. Or that whole Saber event.
そういうことになる。
何？呼んできなよ。あの美人さんでしょ？不用心じゃん。
気楽に言ってくれるな、三つり。いつでもお前はそうだ。
だって弓道部サイドについてくれんでしょ？
そういう胸残用だったか。
お、なんだ助っ人か。来るなら来い。
お前も気楽でいいな、牧寺。
私もおります、綾子。
I do sort of like how she tortures her. Mrs. Zuri's hair stands unended as she quickly jumps away and retreat again.
ありがとうございます。けど気配消して耳元に話しかけるの禁止ですから。ここは神聖な行動ですから。
It sure sounded like the kind of thing Issei would say if he were here. Weeping.
まあ弓道部云々はともかくだ。ライダー、セイバーにはもう一度声をかけてみてほしい。頼んでばっかりで申し訳ない。
ええ、なんとか話してみましょう。それではしばらく外します。
ライダーがいてくれて助かったな。
だといいんですけど。
Sakura mutters as she watches the relieved Mrs. Zuri collapse onto the tatami.
お待たせした。皆揃っているな。
All. Issei returns in Ryder's stead, with a man wearing a black robe in tow. Broad shoulders and stout back, this person is none other than Issei's older brother and also the temple's current head monk.
おはようございます。
おはようございます。
The group gathers naturally and poses itself to greet him, a side effect of belonging to an athletic club. Everyone wakes up anew.
いやあ、元気のいい挨拶。大変素晴らしい。自分は住職のいない間、この竜道寺を任されているレイカンと申します。関数、自分も穂村原学園で学んだものですから、皆さんからすると OB ということになりますな。
Raikin. What was it? Raikin or Raikin? I don't actually. Raikin looks over at me and Mrs. Zuri, both nod lightly.
さて、今回の合宿に参加されるのは弓道部と陸上部の方々と聞いておりますが、これで全員お揃いかな？自分は住職のいない間、この竜道寺を任されているレイカンと申します。漢数字のゼロのレイ、天体観測の観でレイカンです。
Raycon. Okay. I'll forget that by like 5 minutes from now. If this were school, Issei would probably speak up on everyone's behalf, but that doesn't seem to be happening here. And so I answer in his place.
すみません、一人遅れています。それから実は生徒じゃない部外者が数名参加することになりそうなんですが。
おほう、なるほど。これからいらっしゃると。それについては後ほど詳しくお聞かせ願いましょう。どんな不定の輩とも限りませんからな。
What?
ではまずはこの寺のことをお話しします。後からいらっしゃる方には必要なことは皆さんから伝えてくだされば良いでしょう。
The Sennin head monk tells us about the Burrito Temple and the relationship Homurahara has with it. His crisp voice rings throughout the large hall.
普段この寺ではかなりの数の若い僧たちが生活しております。が、先だってより住職ともどもとある霊山へと出払っております。かの地より生きて帰ってくればよし。帰ってこなければこの寺の妙に広い境内は皆さんホムラハラ星の天下となるわけです。うん、実に無駄がない。
Huh? I can't tell where his jokes end, but you sure can't be bored listening to him.
こちらの大講堂と根屋で心置きなく帰居を共にされ弁礼なさるがよい。さて聞けば芝居の稽古をなさるとか大変結構。これをきっかけに皆さんのうちから将来の大俳優名女優が誕生したとあらば竜道寺の絵馬やお守りも飛ぶように売れますからな。
Oh, right. Wasn't there mention that what the archery club wanted to do was a play? Okay, is that what they're practicing for? Or like a trial run of practicing for a play? I definitely did not internalize that at the very least. Everyone shakes their heads ardently. Mrs. Uri, alone, her finger on her chin, is listening with a serious expression.
そこはロイヤリティってことで。
そうか、私も。
兄の冗談だ。だいたいエマなど取り扱っていない。
いやいや一世、エマの100や200キャスターさんに一声かければたやすいと思うのだがな。
I'm not sure she'd appreciate being asked to, though.
それは今後の楽しみとして。せっかくの合宿ですから多少の夜更かしなどは多めに見ましょう。
Okay.
その代わりといってはなんですが、京都明朝の小1時間ほどは境内と裏参道の清掃をしていただきます。まあ作業の要領はそちらのエミヤ君、三辻さんのお二人がご存知ですので、合宿に使う部屋の配置は先ほどお話しした通り。興味があれば他の場所も見て回って構いません。ただし西側の建物は自分や一世の部屋がある住職一家の部屋となっております。特に一番奥の離れは久月夫妻のアイノスとなっておりますので、用のない限りは近づかぬようブツバチが下りますぞ。
That's not even a joke. I hope they don't take it as a joke. And so, with those final words of encouragement, Raiken, 5 minutes later, leaves and our entire group bids farewell, the same as it greeted him.
ほう、無事終わったか。
なんで緊張してんだよ、一世。レイカンさんいつも通りじゃないか。
するとも。見ての通り、押し出しの強烈な御仁だ。俺は冷静沈着な人物ならば宗一郎兄のような、自然おおらかな人物ならば霊感兄のようになると誓っているのだ。
Okay. What's the problem again? To Issei, Reiken-san is a teacher before a brother.
それはともかく、遠坂はまだ来ないのか。
もう一回かけてみよう。
Mrs. Uri takes out her cell phone again.
こら、境内では携帯は禁止だ。
またまたつまんないダジャレも禁止ね。
たわけシャレにはあらず。第一、この程度では鬼も食わんわ。
Well, they're just gonna pick her, aren't they? Okay.
こんなところか。
Okay, then I guess next time we'll continue with the practice field trip. I'll see y'all then. Drive safely, everyone. Oh, and if you have any opinions on what I should do in terms of the side content, feel free to express them. I'm at a point where I'm sort of at a crossroads of what I'm thinking of doing. I might just continue on as I have. I might just do exactly as I said and push forward with the main story to a point where it feels like it gets to a stopping point. I was told that doing all the side content is a prerequisite to getting a true ending epilogue sort of thing. So I was hoping that I could time it out so that I said side content and main content, and I could finish the main content around the time that I'd be able to quickly go do the, or at least finish the main content so that I had enough left of the side content that I would be fine skipping it to some extent and then looking at that epilogue. But if I did the other way around, I'd probably have to go back and do side content and then get the epilogue later, etc., etc., etc. I don't know. I'm thinking about it at this point. Honestly, I just started thinking of it when I started this up at the moment in terms of specifically that possibility. But hey, if you have any opinions, feel free to share them. If you don't care, then don't say anything. I don't expect anyone to... there's no obligation to provide an opinion if you don't have them. So, it'll be what it is. So, I'll see you all next time. Drive safely, everyone.